Alright, what's up guys? This will probably be like my last video. I'm gonna be covering probably oh man. I wanted to do the Jermall Charlo fight prediction video with Juan Macias Montiel, but um let's probably talk about what we were going to do with I guess like Jermall Charlo's fight with Juan Macias Montiel. Um, I personally believe Mr. How should I say, Jermall Charlo is a sellout to his own people, and I don't think he is going to have a good night with Juan Macias Montiel. Not to say that he's going to lose some. I think he's going to brutally knock him out, like he does with every other opponent. Even though that Dervyachenko, that was a good fight, and I give him nothing but credibility. But still, Jermall Charlo is basically just being told, what to do. He's basically another Sambo that don't want to, be independent for his own actions. And he seems to just have other people talk for him. And I find it really, really weird how Jermall Charlo thinks that, he's doing everything right for his people and for his family. But you come out of your way trying to work with the WBC piece of shit president, Mauricio Faggot Racist Suleiman, or fat ass racist Suleiman, and you think that him creating this, I'll just call it bullshit fantasy belt called the Freedom Belt. See, now, I am a man of freedom, and I do support my beliefs of what I am, not in terms of political ideology, but in terms of metaphysical ethics, in the forms of exercising maximum, liberty. I do believe that every man, woman, and child has pure autonomy to do what they want to do, as long as you don't hurt nobody in the process. But when you try to contradict that process in terms of using freedom being next to the term tyranny, or in the terms of, I would say, political control or government or governance, that doesn't make anything better. And for this freedom belt, I kind of see it more like it's like a slave belt. It's a belt that does not signify anything unity driven for people to remember. And it's not a real belt. It's probably some bullshit belt that the WBC has to do, because that's how they make money. They make money off of circus jerks, of people winning these useless fucking semi-titles that don't make any fucking sense. And then these fighters think that they're champions because the WBC is giving out many awards, to think that's okay. Same thing with the WBA, same thing with the WBO, same thing with the IBF. But you never see that with the IBO. The IBO, they do their job. The IBO has mandatory rankings where they go by the number one spot. They don't just choose what person out of the rankings can be a mandatory to be voted as one. So that's not how rankings work. You have to work your way up to beat, all the top guys, and then boom, you'll be in there. But for all the other major sanctioning bodies, you don't need to do that. You could easily just have a damn good promoter or somebody that pays a lot of money, and then boom, you could be elected by that sanctioning body to still be ranked. And yet there's no proper justice. So I think the biggest issue is honestly just the evils of what these sanctioning body board members be doing to certain fighters that don't know what's going on, behind closed doors. And I find it very sad that Jermall Charlo, he's buying into the shit, thinking that, oh, this is going to be his night, blah, blah, blah. He's going to have such a good, viewership of what he does. And then come to find out, he's not going to do that. He's gonna have the worst numbers ever. And I guarantee you most of his fans are going to be lost after what his brother said. Jermall Charlo, the idiot Charlo, said that race don't matter in boxing. So, I'm going to try to be respectful because I don't really respect the Charlo twins as much anymore. But I have to respect them as men to at least be cordial in my behavior, to not try to make it seem like that I'm like super duper pissed off, which I am, and I don't really like to express that here in my videos. But for argument's sake, the Charlo brothers are mental retards. They have no brains. They just listen to whoever tells them whatever. And it seems like that they don't ever tend to learn from that because they have a mental deficiency of not wanting to learn. And I never try to compare humans to animals. I think it's very deranged and evil. But if that's something that the Charlo twins have kind of devolved into, then that's really nothing that you can't really blame them for, because they choose to be mentally ignorant. They choose to be sassy like women, and they choose to just not advance themselves to be grown-ass men. Try to at least get some common ground with like what people say to them, and try to accept some forms of criticism against them. So I really don't know, honestly. It seems like that the Charlo twins are such an embarrassment because of what one twin says, and the other twin kind of like bounces back. And it's so weird. But I'm going to say that Jermall Charlo is making a huge embarrassment of himself. And he knows that he's embarrassing himself because he's not going to get any fans showing up to his fight. And I mean, even if there was, how many fans that you really think that are going to be supporting him? Is it going to be him or Juan Macias fans? And I think that answer is going to be Juan Macias fans that are going to be showing up to his fight. Versus Jermall Charlo, he's going to be there lonely, and he's not going to have that many fans really backing him. So I think it's just really terrible with how Jermall Charlo thinks that he's going to, watch this guy Macias, and then it's going to be like a huge tribute to the most holiest day ever, Juneteenth, as if that's a holiday that everybody thinks that signified the end of like American slavery, which it didn't. It actually just prolonged it, and now slavery's still here, and it was never gone. It's only gone when the state is removed. But either way, it's like it's the most disrespectful event that people could think that could be honored for in a boxing fight, and it's not really going to signify anything. All it's going to do is just virtue signal to the wrong crowd, and then you're probably just going to get people angry and pissed off, because that's usually how it goes down. But either way, I think Jermall Charlo, he knows like what time it is. He doesn't really have too much of a, how should I say, notoriety protected. And I think whatever happens next in his next couple fights, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets violated or cheated of some sort, and then he argues and complains that that the fight wasn't fair or blah blah blah. So I don't know, but that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you.